So today I'm going to be showing you how to make large wooden dowels or rustic looking rolling pins using just a table saw, a drill, and a few salvaged parts. Now what you're looking at here is a jig made from some old pallet wood. All I've done is drilled a couple of holes in it and used some drywall screws to fix these pieces of 2x4 to a plank here. And on the very bottom you can see that I've used some duct tape and a little bit of cardboard to make the whole jig slide easier across the table saw. And here you're looking at a really long drill bit and a bolt with some washers on it that I'm going to use to attach the wood I'm going to cut to the jig through those holes that I drilled before. And here you see how a piece of wood fits right into the jig. And you want to make sure that whatever you're using to fix your wood into your jig, that it's in there pretty deep and tight. So now I'll show you how I run one of these pieces. And you can see I've got the blade set pretty high here, and I'm holding the jig flush against the table saw guide bar. And note that I'm feeding the jig from behind the table saw, and that's to make sure that in case any parts of the jig or the wood goes flying off, I don't want it coming flying toward me. Also note that my fingers are fairly far away from the blade. And this is a little bit dangerous here, so just make sure you're using the right safety equipment and be careful how you're handling the jig. And the slower you go and the faster your drill is spinning, the smoother your piece is going to come out. And see here that I'm going back and forth on the same piece a few times to make it a little bit smoother. And here you see how rough it comes out without sanding yet. And here I'll show you how I sand it down. Here I'm just using the jig and the drill without the table saw. And my left hand is holding the button on the drill. My right hand is using just a coarse grit sandpaper to run back and forth across the piece of wood. And after maybe a minute or two of sanding, you can see just how smooth it comes out. You see here after using some fine sandpaper that it becomes really smooth. And this is probably only a couple more minutes worth of sanding. And you'll notice a few cracks in there, so one thing you want to make sure you do is start out with a piece of wood that's really dry, or you can always just fill it in with a non-toxic glue and sand it down again. Thanks for watching.